Last time, I showed you how to deal with all these thoughts zinging through your mind while meditating. And I explained that the secret to working with thoughts was to treat them as what they are, just mental objects that can be observed. Now, sometimes thoughts will arise that have a really heavy emotional payload. And it can be really difficult to treat these kinds of thoughts as just mental events, observe them objectively, and avoid getting sucked into their content. In this kind of situation, you may begin to feel overwhelmed by the thoughts as you try to observe them. And when that happens, it's a good idea to change tactics a bit until you can recover your objectivity. Now, the first thing to do is to switch your focus from the thoughts themselves to the physical sensations that arise in conjunction with the thoughts. Notice where these physical sensations are located and what they feel like, how long they last, and so on. This will help you to disengage from the emotional content of the thoughts and help you to reestablish some equanimity. Now, if that's enough for you to regain your balance, then you can go back to observing the thoughts again, and you switch your focus to their associated physical sensations whenever you feel like you need to. But if paying attention to the physical sensations like this isn't enough for you to regain your composure, then it's time to switch your attention to some other neutral or even pleasant physical sensation that's easy for you to pay attention to, such as the breath. And just hang out there until you've regained your cool. And then, when you feel ready, you can go back to paying attention to the physical sensations associated with the thoughts, and then, when you're ready, gradually focus on the thoughts themselves. Now, working with emotionally charged thoughts in this way, it's kind of like being in a dance. Use your mindfulness to tell you when you're starting to lose your equanimity and then take appropriate action before that can happen. And you don't need to limit this approach to periods of formal meditation. You can do this anytime you find yourself being distracted by thoughts. Now you might be wondering, okay Nick, but why should I just watch these thoughts like this? In fact, I don't really like these thoughts. I just want to get rid of them. Believe me, I get it. Probably the last thing you want to do is go through the ordeal of hanging out with these kinds of emotionally intense thoughts. But here's the counterintuitive secret. If you can just observe these thoughts mindfully, stay with them without trying to change them or get rid of them, then you'll discover something remarkable about them. They don't last. Now, it might seem totally obvious that thoughts are transient, but here's the thing. When you're sucked into the content of your thoughts, you don't remember this simple fact. You're lost, and it seems like the thoughts are your entire world, and like they'll continue forever. But they don't. And if you can stay out of their content and observe them just as mental objects, you'll see them arising and passing away all on their own. And once you've seen this enough times, even the emotionally supercharged thoughts will begin to lose their power. So when the memory of the argument you had with your partner resurfaces for the 100th time, you're not instantly sucked in. There's a slight pause. And in that mindful pause, you can allow the thought to pass away without reacting to it. And of course, it might come up again and again, but each time you don't react to it and just let it pass away, causes the pull of the thought to weaken. It starts to become, oh, there's that boring memory again about that argument we had eons ago. And now you're free. The thoughts that used to torment you are no longer a big deal. And eventually, they may even stop coming up. That's it for this video. Next week will be the third and final video in my 3-part series of how to be mindful of thoughts. And in that video, I'm going to show you how to go even deeper and work with the moods and other states of mind that underlie the thoughts you've been observing in the first 2 videos. Make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss it. I'm Nick Grabovac, and thanks for watching.